I have this friend, Randall. He's a good guy and all, just a bit weird, you know? I don't know, like, I can't put my finger on it, but it's like he's from another planet sometimes. Just the way he talks or acts around people, I guess. Yeah, it's not important. Not to what I'm about to share, anyway. Long story short, without getting into all the details, Randall has apparently spent some time on the dark web, from what he claims. Again, I'm not about to get into all that, I just thought it was an important detail, that this is how I got my hands on the supposedly cursed film. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? I mean, I'm not exactly a videophile or anything. Jesus, that sounds like I'm a porn addict or something. But I'm a sucker for a good, or even bad horror movie. Of course, I've watched so many of them that I'm basically desensitized to even the most gnarly and grotesque scenes. I still love them. Anyway, I was hanging out with Randall at his place a few months back. We were just drinking a bit, playing some Black Ops and shit, you know, nothing really exciting. So my buddy's awkward ass just suddenly turned off his controller and strolled over to his computer desk without a word. If it was anyone else, I would be worried that I did something to piss him off, but not Randall. That was just his way. When he was done with something, he was just done. I don't know, I think he may have a few screws loose upstairs. Fucked up parental situation, you know? But it's not my place to get into all that. Whatever his deal was at the time, it pretty much soured me on the game too, so I just cut it off and started browsing through his streaming apps. We were still shooting the shit here and there, but he was just all sorta checked out, tapping away on his keyboard, already in his zone or whatever. I ended up queuing up some classic horror flick, absent-mindedly droning on about some on-set accidents I read about some years back. I mean, I had a feeling he wasn't paying me any attention or anything. I don't know, I guess I just felt like dropping a bit of useless knowledge on the guy, just to be absolutely sure I hadn't inadvertently chapped his ass in one way or another. Maybe 15 minutes later, dude is parked on the couch right next to me with a bowl of popcorn, all invested in the movie all of a sudden. The way he was acting, twitching at the jump scares, involuntary yelps, and even leaning forward, damn near entranced by the TV. It was like he'd never watched a horror movie before. It turns out that was exactly the case. Next thing I know, when the credits begin to roll, he's practically grilling me on what he should watch next. We ended up binging some of my favorites over the next few hours. I mean, it was cool to see him really getting into it, but after a while, I ended up passing out. When I woke up the next day, it looked like he had headed to bed at some point, but the movie marathon was still going strong. I just cut off the TV and headed out to my car. I didn't have to work or anything, but I was ready to get back to my own place. Over the next week, I barely heard a word from Randall. I know he can hyperfixate on things, so I didn't think anything about it at first. I thought about checking in just to make sure the guy was still breathing, but I know that social cues can be quite foreign to him, so I thought it best to just give him his space. When he finally reached out to me almost 9 days later, he was talking 80 miles an hour about all the movies he'd been watching. Like this whole time he'd just been locked up in his house watching everything from classic horror movies to shit that only recently came out. That wasn't all though. From what he said, from what I could make out in between his toddler-like speed talking, during breaks from tuning into the greatest hits of horror, he had been scamming the web. More specifically, the dark web. I don't know how he had access to it, and I didn't ask. Yeah, he talked about it before, but I never paid him much attention. I guess I figured he was just trying to sound like a badass, you know? Dude doesn't have many friends, and you know how some of the more, I don't know, like neglected folks can tend to brag about the silly things. Basically, since he had already watched anything and everything that claimed to be the most terrifying or most horrific, well, he enjoyed every one of them. He still felt like none of them were actually scary. I mean, I don't disagree, you know. Once you know it's just a movie, there's nothing scary about actors and special effects. What he came across during his time spent browsing the darkest depths of the internet had me nervous, at first. I won't get into what sort of chat rooms he had apparently been on, nor some of the more fucked up things he told me he came across. That shit leaves a nasty taste in my mouth, I tell you. But when he mentioned that this guy was selling copies of an apparently cursed silent film from like the 20s or 30s, he had my undivided attention. Now he knows his way around the dark web, like I said, or he claims anyway. He apparently has some credit cards under a phony name and address, which he uses for these sort of less than legally binding transactions, so he says. And it was one of those he used to place the order, getting it shipped to a P.O. box a few towns over. I know it sounds like some undercover private investigator shit, but that's how he told it. The package was scheduled to arrive the following week, but he asked me if I would mind picking it up for him. He'd even let me watch it first, since I was doing the legwork. All he asked was that I take it to his apartment and watch it there. I asked him why he couldn't pick it up himself. He said he was going to be visiting his grandparents in Toledo that whole week, and he didn't trust leaving something like that in a P.O. box until he got back. Again, I assumed he was overreacting. Being a delivery from some unknown contact on the dark fucking web, I couldn't necessarily disagree with his paranoia. I'm supposed to keep an eye on his place while he's out of town anyway, take in his mail, feed the fish, and all that shit. Plus, not that I'm buying into any of this shit, but if this is some fucked up dark web black market shit or whatever, I sure as hell don't want it in my house. Yeah, this is all pretty ridiculous. Hell, I'm sure he's just fucking with me or setting me up for some practical joke or something. He's never pulled anything like that before, but all of this cloak and dagger shit, along with the supposedly cursed film, I mean, what would you think? On top of that, if this is for real, my curiosity is already in overdrive. Okay, yeah, the part of me that doesn't think this is bullshit is worried it'll just be some sort of old school snuff film or something. Something that'll give me nightmares for a fucking month. But again, I can't deny that part of me is curious to see that, if that is the case. So, where am I going with all this? Well, I just got back from the post office, and sure enough, the package contained an old VHS tape. Randall had told me that this was his selected format, and he had already borrowed his uncle's ancient VHS player and TV combo before he took off for Toledo. Fortunately, he gave me a quick demo on how to work the damn thing too. Hell, I've never even seen one of these artifacts before, let alone used one. I think the TV is strictly black and white, and I highly doubt this movie has any color, if it really did originate from almost a century ago. So here I am, in Randall's study, where he has the tape player set up. Yeah, it's a nice fucking apartment, let me tell you. I got popcorn popped and a chilled beer on the table, and I thought we might watch this together. Well, kinda. Okay, I'm not actually gonna video record this viewing experience, just in case it is something especially fucked up, but I'm gonna record the audio of this exclusive viewing. I'll describe what's going on, along with probably talking some shit about the likely bullshit spectacle that qualified for scary back in the day. But it should be an interesting experience, right? Randall told me nothing about what to expect, nothing about the plot or what makes it supposedly cursed, so this will be a genuine first-time reaction. Alright, here we go. Pushing play now. Aprire il vuoto, it says on the screen. One of those silent movie stills with only words on it. I'm guessing it's the title of the movie. Damn picture is shaking so badly, it's like someone is holding a piece of cardboard while having a seizure. I've only seen a few silent movies, not really my thing, you know, but the still frames with the dialogue and whatnot, they always seem shaky, it seems. Okay, the brief credits are over. Same music is still playing, I'm sure you can hear that. I probably don't need to narrate that part. It doesn't sound like that usual, clinky music most of these old movies seem to have. I actually kind of like this. It's eerie, you know? Okay, so this guy, I guess maybe the star of the film, just walked out of a store holding a bag. He's got it tucked under his arm, exaggeratedly cutting his eyes back and forth like he's being watched or something. Yeah, maybe he just thinks he's being watched. Paranoid, you know? He's got that classic silent film hero look. Slender guy, not too tall, wrinkled, slightly oversized suit, dark eyes, dark complexion, dark, messy, kind of shaggy hair. Kind of seems to be a bit of a poor man's Buster Keaton. Even has the dark eyeshadow and pale makeup. Other people are coming and going. The shop he's still standing in front of seems to be on some busy city street in the middle of the day, I guess. Ooh, a close-up shot of his face. Yeah, that is one serious expression of exaggerated concern. Devo tornare a casa mia? The dialogue text reads. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, I'm gonna pause and look that up. I wonder if there's a good translation app. Man, this is really gonna kill the immersion. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna Google it. Okay, apparently it's Italian. I have to get back to my home, he said. I could really use subtitles. It's gonna suck to keep looking this shit up. Okay, here we go again. Ooh, he's running now, weaving in between people on the street, holding his bag close to his chest. Yeah, some old lady he damn near knocked over looks fit to burst. She's full on shaking her fist at him. More dialogue. Ti pretendero per quello, in all caps with multiple exclamation points. Ooh, she means business. Yeah, I'm not looking that up. Probably not relevant to the plot. Okay, the guy just cut down an alleyway, while the old bat is still lip-sync cursing at him. Ooh, two guys in black suits just wandered up to her. Yeah, caught her off guard, it looks like. Dove è andato? Guessing they're asking what happened? Where did he go? I guess they're looking for the guy. Yeah, makes sense. They look all men in black, you know? I didn't know they were a thing back then. Ooh, maybe this is the origin. The OG Men in Black. Okay, back to the hero. He's all ducked down behind a dumpster, cutting glances back the way he came. The two suits just skidded to a halt, glaring down the alley. One of them pulls a gun from his jacket, and the other stops him. Troppe innocente. Yeah, my accent sucks. Oh, too many innocent. So are these the good guys or what? Maybe they just don't want witnesses. Okay, now they're just casually walking down the alley. Yeah, keep your wits about you, boys. Cut to the guy behind the dumpster. Yeah, he's getting nervous now. He's stashing the bag under the trash can, cutting his eyes across the ground around him. Another close-up. Deve essere fatto. I'm never getting through this damn thing if I keep having to pause. Has to be done. Interesting. What has to be done? The two guys are passing by the dumpster now, conveniently looking anywhere but down. What the hell do they think they're gonna see glancing upward? I mean, there was only one thing to hide behind in this fucking alley, and they're not even holy shit! Jesus. So he just leapt out behind them, cracked the one on the right over the head with some sort of metal pipe or rod. He just rammed it into the other guy's mouth, quickly raising it, splitting the dude's skull open at the jaw. The other guy is gathering himself back up, blood streaming from the back of his head. I guess main character is now smashing the pipe against the dude's face, crushing it more with every hit. Another close-up of his face getting sprayed with more blood by the second. Morire, 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 he's screaming, judging by the all caps again. Yeah, that sounds about right. Die, die, die. I'm gonna leave this paused for a second. I mean, that shit was graphic as fuck. I mean, that's nothing I'm not used to with some of the movies I've watched. But I didn't know they had these kind of effects back then. You know, that shit looked... yeah, just special effects, but Jesus. Okay. Yeah, he's panting hard, covered in blood now. How are you gonna get out of this one, buddy boy? That's a busy-ass street back that way. He's heaving his victims into the dumpster. Naturally, no one passing by is paying him any attention. He's fished his package from beneath the dumpster, looking more paranoid than ever, while skulking deeper into the alley. Oh, come on, really? Dude just pushed through a convenient door to the building on his left. I swear that door was not there in the last scene. I mean, if it was there the whole time, why didn't he just run in there before the suits caught up with him? Yeah, I'll give it to them on the special effects, but these plot holes and conveniences are racking up. Oh, and there's a convenient sink for him to clean up in. It looks like some kind of abandoned warehouse or something with fully functional plumbing. Oh, and some dusty overalls just hanging on a rack near the back wall for him to both disguise himself and hide the bloody clothing. I know this was back in the day and all, but do these writers even try? Screw it. Whatever. Again, this completely kills the immersion, but having to translate every line of dialogue already accomplished that, I suppose. Alright, he's back in the alley now with his bag safely tucked away in the somehow no longer dusty overalls. Yep, double check that those bodies are still safely hidden, bud. Make sure to keep that paranoid look on your face too when you get back amongst the public too. Weaving back around people on the sidewalk again, yada yada. You can move the story along now. We get it. He doesn't want to be caught with whatever is in that bag. Fading to black. Thank God. Quella notte. And that means... that night. Okay, fading back in as he walks into, I'm guessing, his house. It's a cluttered room with books all over the place, shelves lined with more books, others scattered across the tables, and even on the couch. It looks to be a nice place if he just clean it up a bit. He flips on the lights, pulls the curtains closed, taking one last glance outside before shutting them all the way. Now, the music is more mysterious now, so that has to mean we're getting to the point, right? Alright, he goes into the next room, starts taking off the overalls. Oh God, come on, man. You don't need to see that. I wasn't aware that silent films featured full frontal. Ugh. Okay, he's finally pulling open the bag. It'd be nice if he would be kind enough to put on some pants first. But, yeah. And it's another book. Yeah, you need more books, bud. What makes this one so special, though? And after all that running around in paranoia, he just tosses the book onto the bed before casually walking to another room. Quick dissolve and fade back into him walking back out wearing some wrinkled, dressy-looking pants, a halfway buttoned white shirt, and suspenders, drying off his hair with a towel. At least we didn't have to watch him get dressed, I suppose. He picks up the book, tossing the damp towel on the bed, starts leafing through it with another close-up of his face, looking all serious and determined. It's almost time. Huh. That one was in English. That's weird. Yeah, he's walking to yet another room, pitch black in there. Yeah, there's a little light from the bedroom still, but... Oh, okay, he flipped on a lamp. Yeah, this room is mostly empty. Just a chair, a desk with the lamp, and what looks like some sort of recording device on it. And 4 blank walls. He lays the book on the desk, heads back to the door, shuts it and locks it. After one more paranoid glance back into the room, he left. Hold on. I think there's someone at the door. Huh. Nope. No one's there. I don't remember locking that door, though. I could have sworn I heard... doesn't matter. The damn movie is making me paranoid now. I'm gonna grab a fresh beer before I get back into this. I didn't realize it was getting so freaking cold in here. Grabbed some long sleeves before fishing out a fresh beer. Cranked the heat up a bit too, even though it was only reading 68. Maybe this film is having some sort of unsettling effect after all. I don't know if it's the music, the setting, the camera angles, or this fucking guy. Whatever it is, I mean, I was giving them shit for dragging things out and really enforcing the fact that dude is paranoid and shit. But maybe whoever directed this didn't know what he was doing. Okay, here we go again. A close-up of the book. Aprire il vuoto, it says on the cover. So, the title of the movie. I probably should have looked that up. Another shot of his serious face. Oh, open the void, he says. Why is it wigging me out that the dialogue is in English now? I mean, yeah, it was a pain in the ass to Google everything, but... Okay, this will sound nuts. It does sound nuts, even to think. But is it in English now because I don't speak Italian? Like, is it translating for me? Oh, Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with me? Something about this movie is fucking with my head. Okay. He's opened the book now, just flipping through the pages like he's actually absorbing the words. Like he's mouthing words, darting his eyes left and right, tracing his fingers down the page and flipping to the next one. Another close-up. His eyes are all wide and maniacal, and he has this crazy smile. That's it, he says, apparently. He's running back to the other room, out of the shot. The camera isn't following him, just staying focused on the open book laying on the table. I don't know why, but there's something strangely unsettling about this shit. I mean, nothing is happening, not in front of the camera or anything, but... Oh, okay, he's back. And he locked the door. Behind him, again. That... I swear it sounds like it's coming from... Nah, it's just the movie. The silent film with random locking mechanism sound effects. It's gotta be part of it, right? Just some effect to creep out the viewer. Right? He's holding a knife now, an especially long, serrated, and ornate-looking dagger. Now, what are you planning with that, bud? Christ, he's looking right at me. I mean, at the camera. He's looking right at the camera. Are you prepared? He says. Prepared? To open the void. That's fucking creepy. He's just standing there, holding the knife, right in the middle of the room, staring at me, at the camera. It's just panning between him and the dialogue stills, or whatever they call them. Are you? Again? Really? It just keeps repeating the same words between cutting back to his eerie-ass expression. You have to answer. This is fucking crazy. Are you prepared to open the void? Sheesh. All caps again. Okay. Okay. Fuck it. I'm prepared. Whatever. Good. What the fuck? Like as soon as I answered, the next nugget of dialogue popped up, followed by dude just smiling at me at the camera. This will require both of us. I don't like this. It will take us both to let loose the old ones? This is getting a bit... Okay, I gotta pause this shit. Gonna rewind it a bit. I know this has to be some sort of trick, or just well-timed dialogue or whatever. But I just have to see if it repeats, you know? If this is just part of the show, it'll rewind in the same order, right? Christ, I sound fucking nuts right now. Yep. And it won't rewind. I hit the rewind button and it's just skipping in plays. Is this normal for VHS? I don't know shit about this. I've never fucked with them before, you know? My grandparents had one, but... fuck it. I'm just gonna hit play again, I guess. It's just a fucking movie, for crying out loud. What the fuck's going on with me? Alright, he's dragging his chair closer to the far wall, just a few feet in front of it, rolling up his sleeves, smearing the back of his hand across his sweating brow. That dude is really getting into character, I tell you. God damn it, he's looking right at me again, the camera. Will you be a part of this ritual? Yeah, I'm not answering that. Will you be a part of this ritual? You know what? No. No, I will not be a part of this fucking ritual, you creepy old fuck. You have to consent. No, I do not have to consent. What I have to do is turn off this fucking tape. Jesus. Okay, yeah, I don't know if this film is truly cursed or whatever, but I'm not about to... What the fuck? It just turned back on. Could I have accidentally hit the remote when I was getting up? It won't turn off again. Do you consent to be a part of this ritual? No, I do not fucking consent. You have to consent. No, I turn off, you fucking... Fuck this. Fuck this. Keep playing for all I care. I'm gonna go. God damn it. What the fuck? Let me the fuck out. This isn't. It's still playing. It just keeps blinking from his smiling fucking face to those same words. You have to consent. I can't. Get out. Can't shut it off. No, I do not fucking consent. You have to. No. Consent. No. Consent. Fuck you! Thank Christ. Yeah, I feel like an asshole for destroying the video player and TV. I do not feel bad for fucking up the tape, though. I'll pay him for whatever he put into it and cover the cost of the player if he asks me what happened. I'll just play this for him. I still don't believe the damn thing was cursed or whatever, but... What the fuck? It's playing on the living room TV. I didn't... Let me out! Fuck. I can't get out. The door will not open or unlock. Windows won't break, even if I wasn't 5 floors up. Jesus, fuck. I can't. No, I do not consent. Let me out. Let me out. This can't be possible, right? This cannot be... Wait. Wait a fucking minute. Randall, you son of a bitch! You sneaky son of a bitch! You almost had me. Oh yeah, watch it at my place, good buddy. Make yourself at home and enjoy this movie that I have been heavily anticipating without me. Christ, I am one gullible asshole. Okay, let's just see how far you're willing to go with this, good buddy. Yes, I do consent. Sheesh, I didn't think his smile could get any creepier. Dude looks like it's Christmas morning. I wonder if this is someone Randall knows. Like some sort of acting troupe helped him put this thing together. I mean, it looks, I don't know, genuine, I guess. Alright, he's turning back to the wall, examining the knife he brought in, looking back up at the camera, and let's get started. Sure, let's do that. Shit! Dude just sliced the knife across his palm, smearing the blood across the wall now. He's like making some sort of design in his own blood. Ugh, what the actual fuck? Okay, that's unsettling. The lights flickered in the movie and in the room simultaneously. I gotta remember to ask Randall how much money he put into this thing. Fuck! Oh, Jesus Christ, the guy just pressed his bloody hand into the center of that, I don't know, symbol or whatever. He like flipped his hand upward, keeping his fingers flat against the wall. He just snapped them all back and didn't even react. Just glared at them. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! What the... Oh, Jesus... My fingers! Jesus... My fingers just snapped. All four of them, just fucking Christ. They just snapped back. What the heck? On the screen, on the film, he's looking back at me. His hand still pressed to the wall. 4 fingers snapped backwards. My 4 fingers. This cannot be. Say it with me, it reads. Say what? Fuck, this fucking hurts. Repeat after me. I won't. Oh, jeez. Feeling faint. I don't know if I can even pronounce that.
Liberate. Lentico.
I can hear the words now. Just a whisper.
Repeat.
Getting dizzy. Head is loopy.
Repeat.
Liberari Lantico.
Again.
Liberari Lantico.
Yog Sothoth.
Yog Sothoth. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my ankle. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck? Nyarlathotep. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. My fucking knee. Jesus Christ. Jesus. As a thought. Fuck, it hurts.
Vito.
Oh, my head. I don't feel good. I'm dizzy. This head is swimmy. The music, it's intoxicating. Shadows dancing across the walls. It doesn't hurt anymore. tentacles reaching through the wall and the screen. I can almost feel them. Feel them embracing me.
Ti invito. Antico.
Ti invito. L'antico.
What will you offer?
I offered. What do you want?
Your ears to truly hear the words.
Take them.
Your tongue to speak them.
You can have it too.
Your eyes for the blind one.
They're yours. Take them all.
You have to give them.
I will.
Cut them out.
How?
Cut them out.
Fuck. It's a bit hard to get around right now, you know.
Cut them out.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, where do you want me to start?
Your ears to truly hear the words.
All right. Jesus fucking... What the hell am I... What have I done? Oh god, my ear. No, this is fucked up. I won't do this.
Do it!
No, fuck you. No. Jesus fuck. No.
Do it!
What the fuck? Oh, stop! Grab my hands! Jesus, they're moving on their own. How are these fingers even... No!
Them out!
Stop! Ah! Oh, Jesus, fuck, stop! I won't let you... Ah!
Oh my god, young man! What have you done? Call an ambulance!
This is, Randall Myers. I just got back from identifying the body of my friend, Jason McConnell, who had been found with his throat cut, fingers broken, left ankle and knee mangled, and both of his ears severed in my apartment. They said it looked like he tried to cut out his own tongue, too. At this point, the police are calling this some sort of mental break, like a psychological episode or something. There were cuts all over his chin. They said it looked like he wrestled the knife away from his mouth before cutting his own throat. I had to answer a lot of questions about why he was in my apartment when he... Jesus. They seemed to think, given the nature of his wounds, that someone else might have been there. Yeah, it was only him in the apartment when they broke in, but I had to prove to them that I was out of town. Like I'd somehow hidden away after, murdering my friend? I mean, I didn't even get back until a few days after it happened, so I was in the clear. Still, is it my fault that he's dead? The place was a mess when I returned. The VCR was destroyed. Fortunately, the tape seems to be all right. I'm not about to watch it and make sure it's okay, of course, but it looks to be all right, from what I can tell. My dad would kill me if it was messed up. It's been in the family for decades, after all. Surely that's not what made him... With the VCR being wrecked and some more furniture knocked over or broken, they didn't confiscate the old tape player for evidence or anything. Given that he was in another room, they didn't look into it much. It took a bit of work to actually get the tape out, but it seems to be in one piece, at least. I found his phone under the TV stand. From what I can tell from the recording, I'm thinking he tossed it or kicked the damn thing while he was, I suppose, fighting for his life. It does make me wonder, though. I mean, who stopped the recording? Yeah, I shouldn't have lied to him about the whole dark web thing, but I didn't think he'd be willing to watch it without me if he knew it was part of my father's sacred collection. I was curious. I always have been. My old man spoke about that tape with such reverence, but made me swear I'd never watch it. I knew there had to be something special about it that I never imagined. Oh, God. I just didn't trust him to take the tape back to his place. Yeah, it was probably a risky move to mail it to my own P.O. box. But yeah, this whole thing was a bad idea. I'm just going to take the tape back to my father's vault and hope to Christ he does not realize I took it. I feel awful about Jason, but how could I know that something like this could happen? Why didn't he stop watching or leave the apartment when shit began to get crazy? Maybe I should just destroy the damn thing. Something like that should never be watched. What? How is it playing on my TV? I'm literally holding the tape. Oh, God.